All right, Sunday night, Laserdisc night. Lots of guests on the Laserdisc show tonight. I just thought of an idea. Maybe I could do this. Motherfucker. Okay, let us try this. That seems workable. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh, why did it do that? Nerd. There we go. How's that? That looks good. Ow! Also, where is everyone? That's very weird for it to be saying 0 people. Coming up with ideas. This. Bring this around. Oh. Wondering. Can I do this here? Fuck. Okay. Come on, get your legs going. All right. Through the bits there. Just all about the experimentation tonight. I'm starting to think something's wrong. There's no one at all here. Whoa, wow, that's pretty intense. Alright, I don't want that there. I want this. Oh, does that work? Ooh. How does that look over here? Huh. No, this was not working. Okay, well, you know what? I friggin' experimented. And I learned. There we go. Greg, hello. There's someone there. I was starting to think I was having some sort of technical issue. There was no one at all here. Well, I don't. That'll do for now. Hello, Charlie. How are you? No. You were always here. The counter, which I think you don't see, but I see it there, was saying 0 for the longest time, which it doesn't normally do. And look, as per request, I made a new clarified cocktail. I have to do a quality control test before sending it to you, though, Charlie. Because it's a new experimental recipe. I like to mess around with the format, see if it works. And look at this big ass orange I got today. So I went to the fruit shop, not the supermarket. But how does it peel? It has the surface area. Ooh, it has the oils. It's just spraying oils as I do that. Nice. Hey, honey, yes, May. 13 weeks of winter. Yeah, we're just shaping up for the cooler weather now. We're not proper winter yet. Okay. So far, this orange is so much better than the last half dozen I've had from supermarkets. Right. Do another peel. All right, I'm feeling good about this orange. Whoa, so much of the essential oils. Not too much pith. All right, I knew I should have been doing this, so I'm definitely doing it from now on. Go to the proper fruit shop to get fruit. And speaking of proper fruit, proper cherries. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a damaged or deformed cherry. Like the cherries, Nick's Wine Bar used to be the cheapest place to get them. They were $20. And the last time I looked, they were $25, which is what everyone else had been selling them for. So I assume everyone else has gone up even higher. And yes, Nick's recently had some absurdly cheap high-end tequilas, like, 2/3 off. And so I thought, okay, that's an amazing price, and I'm definitely going to use it at some point, so I'll just get it. Yeah, there was like free shipping, $200 and over, and I was literally up to $199, and it hadn't tipped over into free shipping. So it's like, so if I add a jar of cherries, $25, but then the $10 gets knocked off that I would have had to pay. So effectively, I get the cherries for $15. So that was a good deal. Hey, Safa. I got, what did I have for dinner? Meat. I made a thing with meatballs and mac and cheese. Oh, you've got hot takes on Sabrina. Nice. Looking forward to it. Actually, speaking of hot takes, I don't know if that's an appropriate segue, honestly. But I did manage to edit the book video for a premiere, this is like warm up. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to taste test this new clarified cocktail. Ah, that's really good. Yum. Okay, so here we go. Now, yeah, this is a sidecar one. Some new editing choices in this one. Okay, see what's happening here. You got to tell me if the sound works, okay?
G'day cocktail lovers. This week, these key ingredients are going in this recipe book to produce this cocktail. It's my take on a classic, a riff on a sidecar. I thought it was time to add another classic to the book, and this week's is one that I discovered fairly early in my cocktail journey, the sidecar, which is a brandy-based cocktail. It's the cocktail that told me, hey, you like brandy in cocktails. I didn't know I liked brandy till I had a sidecar. So this cocktail broadened my cocktail horizons while being an all-time classic structure. It fits the daisy, which is spirit, citrus, and a fruit liqueur as the sweetener. It's brandy-based and traditionally cognac is used. But I'm going to give you a hot take. I'm not saying cognac's reputation is undeserved, but it's at least as much hype as it is reality. If you have, say, a local or even just a more mundane brandy that you like, don't let people browbeat you into using cognac, because it honestly doesn't make that much of a difference. I thoroughly recommend using good ingredients as opposed to cheap ingredients in cocktails, but where I am, there are local brandies that are very good and absolutely compete head to head with cognac. And the cognac obsessives really don't like me saying things like that. So if you have brandy that's not cognac, my advice is don't freak out. Use something you like rather than feeling browbeaten by the decree of some self-appointed gatekeeper who says, no, it must be cognac. It is the champion of brandies. Besides, in my experience, if you do a blind taste test, people who obsess over the right ingredient usually can't tell the difference when they haven't seen what goes into the drink. I have done the experiment several times to show as long as you're using good ingredients, that what counts. It's not the name like cognac. And seriously, the cognac freaks really hate it when I point that out. Having said that, I have some cognac, so I'll be using that. The VSOP stands for Very Superior Old Pale, meaning it's being aged for at least 4 years. Orange liqueur is traditional with a sidecar. I'll be using my homemade blood orange liqueur. And for the citrus element, I'm using an acid-adjusted orange juice, meaning I added citric and malic acid to fresh squeezed orange juice, so it's more like lemon or lime juice. That's the basic ingredients for a sidecar, but when I was building up to making this video, I thought, I want to have a bit of fun. I'm going to explore, can I do an interesting riff on a sidecar, something very non-conventional. And I went with my favorite style of drink as inspiration, the New Orleans drinks, things like a Sazerac or a Vieux Carré. What comes up often in those cocktails is Peychaud's bitters and absinthe. So that's what I experimented with. After experimenting with ratios, I came up with a recipe I really liked. Arguably, it's a relatively small change to a sidecar. It's still going to upset the freaks who say, you're not allowed to change classic recipes. We're doing it anyway. Here's how we make a Creole-style sidecar. In a shaker, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of cognac, then 22.5 mils, 3/4 of an ounce of orange liqueur. I'm putting 22.5 mils, 3/4 of an ounce of acid-adjusted orange juice, then 3 dashes of absinthe and 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Add ice to the shaker, shake that for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. I'm straining that into a chilled Nicanora glass, and I'm adding a twist of orange peel as a garnish. Nice wash line, nice looking cocktail. I have tasted this before, but I'm going to taste it again. I really like the herbal and anise flavors coming from the Peychaud's bitters and the absinthe. It just adds a different note. It's not radically different, but it's different. And that's what I like to do. I like to experiment and come up with different things for cocktails. A weird thing about the name Sidecar, in cocktail world, it means two things. One is the name of a very well-known classic cocktail, the Sidecar. But it also means if you get a little bonus drink next to your cocktail, that's called a sidecar. Best example, a porn star martini traditionally comes with a sidecar of Prosecco. So it's not your fault if you find some of these things confusing when the same term is used to mean different things. There are two different meanings of milk punch as well, just the way it is. So don't worry about it too much. Just enjoy a good drink, like a Creole sidecar. Again, it's my invention. I did change it. It makes it a different drink. I'm claiming it. God damn it. That's the fun thing about the classics. You know the base cocktail definitely works, so you can play around the edges and come up with something a little bit different. An individual drink. In my case, it's this one, but I encourage you to go out and experiment as well. You never know what's going to work out for you. This worked out for me. It's a Creole sidecar. Cheers.
And I'm back. Oh, nice. Jeremy watching on the home TV while making dinner. Nice. All right. And yes, Safa, I did put a colored light on the tripod. No, the market is on the first Sunday of the month. Today is the last Sunday of the month. So I'll be going to market, all things being equal, if it's not fucking raining, next Sunday. We missed the previous market because it was raining and we're wusses. Because I also just figured a bunch of the stall holders wouldn't show up in the rain. And if they did, sorry, stall holders, I let you down. Just the way it goes sometimes. But yes, I'm looking for. I like the little community market at Caulfield Racecourse. Technically on the Caulfield Commons, not the Caulfield Racecourse. They're just next to each other, and it's like shared ground essentially. But yes, it's like there's a particular pastry that I like getting there, and there's usually a couple of distillers there, and so I occasionally get something good from one of the distillers. Like the chocolate whiskey liqueur I got last time. That's freaking yum. Oh, you've already decided next week's movie of the week? Nice. Okay, I've heard of Brannigan. What's Brannigan? I'd be slightly tempted to say Excalibur to see if it's as shit as I remember. Jeremy, the lighting's different, and this colored light over my head is different. No, Safra, I haven't had a haircut for a month or two. See, I used to have this light on, and it's just not subtle. And then one day I turned this off, and I went, hey, that lighting actually looks better. Okay, I got to choose. Well, I got to look up Brannigan. I don't know what it is. 1975 film. I thought it was John Wayne. I'm going to say John Wayne, Brannigan. Hello, Dr. Abigail. Detective. Oh, I vaguely know this movie. Yeah, no, I say Brannigan. Yeah, It's John Wayne's Dirty Harry. Detective Lieutenant Brannigan is in London. God save the Queen. Yeah, so I'm saying Brannigan for movie of the week next week. Hey. So, the plan for Laserdiscs tonight, Charlie. Are we doing movie of the week first, and then the Star Trek? Because we've got our special guests, Mark to talk movie of the week, and Abigail to be Star Trek expert. Okay. What time did we tell Mark to be ready? Half past. Okay, 10 Minuten. And yeah, Mrs. Angry watched Sabrina with me as well. And so she had some input into what I'm going to say tonight. Oh, and I just want to look up something about the more recent version. 1995 film. Trying to look at the cast. So it's 95. Okay. So 95, Harrison Ford, born in 42. So he's 55, basically about the same age Bogart was in his one. Greg Kinnear plays the younger brother, 63. Okay, yeah, 20 years difference in age. He's about the same age as the brother in the original. And actual Sabrina, who I'm not very familiar. Oh, wait, Julia Ormond. I think I am familiar with Julia Ormond. (1965). Oh, so she was 30. Okay, so she's about 5 years older than Audrey Hepburn was. Okay, that's interesting. I just wanted that comparison in my head. Charlie, is the music by John Williamson? Hey, True Blue, or John Williams? Da, 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 da. What are we doing here? Star Trek Television. So, how many actual Star Trek laser discs do we have to talk about? Because jokes aside, we need to pace ourselves. Bearing in mind, we want it to be editable to about 30 minutes, like say 15 minutes for movie of the week, 30 to 45 minutes for the laser discs. Harrison Ford takes Julie to Paris. John comes in. Let me tell you about an interview with the old man. Oh, okay. You want to come on? You're going to show me the laser discs. Let me go. Okay. I'll okay. To minimize drama, I'll send Discord link. Which you can, of course, share with Mark, and I'll give it to Dr. Abigail as well. So, yes, I'm going to gear up and get things ready, steady, spaghetti. Here's... Oh, where is it? There it is, Charlie.
Hello. Close that up. We got a big storm going on out there right now.
Ah, okay. Again, Stokes was saying it's like that last night.
So, you ask a question. How many?
Yeah, how many Star Trek are we talking about tonight?
And let's crack open one of the 4 boxes, and we shall.
Noise.
Just let him see the bloody foot duck you got there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, you see these boxes here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all Star Treks. This is 2 layers tall.
Okay.
4 boxes. You're gonna.
So we're
like I said, we'll be here
not
more
necessarily going to get through them. Like, I feel like you should pull out half a dozen at a time.
What I'm thinking is we just focus on each show instead of actually talking about episodes of the discs. Like, I've got some Voyager discs. We'll go into Voyager for a bit. We'll talk about Voyager. I've got some Next Gen discs. We'll talk about Next Gen. Yes, you have a link incoming. I'm sorry.
We're doing movie of the week first.
Yeah, so that's for the Star Trek stuff later on when we got.
And Mark's here for movie of the week.
Gentlemen,
hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good.
Cracking open all these. All these Star Trek. Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh my God, look at this.
There's a freaky amount of stuff.
Oh, they're huge. They look heavy too.
Damn.
Oh,
so there's box sets. Oh, I think that's the thing. You know, just pull one out and like they're seasons, are they?
Yeah. So they're seasons, but then there's part 1 and 2 of each season and stuff like that.
All right. Yeah.
So what we'll do is, like I said, we'll just focus on a show, like for instance, Next Gen, DS9, and Voyager. And we'll talk about them while we're going through some of the discs while I hold them up and stuff like that.
Yep.
And you
Okay.
can have a bit of a rant.
All right.
But yeah.
I'm going to pour myself a drink so we can start.
Microphones on. Background lights off.
I had another day with the kids today. Oh, wrecked me.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
Yeah, every Sunday Katie works, so I got the whole day. It's tough. It's a tough gig.
Yeah. But trust me, you're going to look back and this is going to be the good days, mate, you know?
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely good moments, but there's definitely a lot of tears as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they wear you out for sure. Yeah. I'm just setting up the audio. Have you got the audio ready to go, Mark?
Yeah, it's recording. Yep.
And the
I got one literally right here. So.
All right.
Are we okay? I haven't turned my recorder on. Are we ready to go? Are we?
Angry, you're gonna do your intro as well?
Sure.
You can do the outro. You can do an intro as well if you want, Angry.
I think it needs both.
We need an intro and an outro.
Yeah, but the same thing.
The same thing for both of them. Okay.
Yeah. Opening and closing. Okay. Yeah.
Are we ready to go then?
I'm ready.
Yep. I'm recording.
Okay. Is everyone ready? Sorry, you did that. Good Lord. How am I doing my song and dance number if you're going to be...
Yeah, and
you just got to clap in rhythm. I don't know.
Clapping along.
All right. Is everyone ready for the movie of the week? Because we're talking about the movie of the week. Bang. There we go. That's how. And
this week's movie of the week is Sabrina. Now, I actually watched this on this Laserdisc, but I think you guys watched my 4K copy, yeah?
Yeah,
That's right. Yep.
I haven't seen that 4K copy yet. How good was the pressing? Was it really clean?
It was nice.
yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because the Laserdisc was faded. Let's just say that. It was
Okay.
remastered, but it wasn't as good as I've seen. I've watched a lot of black and white movies on 4K, and when you've got black and white movies on 4K, they look the definition between the blacknesses, and the grays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The blacks are so black, whereas the black, like, I don't know. Well, I don't want to get into the movie yet, but yeah, there's like the limousine or the suit that Linus is wearing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So Sabrina basically it's about a woman who runs away from who doesn't run away. She goes off to France and gets all fancy like, and then comes back and has a little thing going with the younger brother.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, that's not good for the business. And he tries to get her to move away,
Yeah.
stop dating the brother. And one thing leads to another.
Yeah. She's
then
the
there's
daughter of the
huge age
family
gap.
chauffeur. It's like this super rich family, and she gets ignored by the younger brother who she's always had a crush on. She becomes all sophisticated when she comes back from Paris, and the younger brother is then obsessed with her. And she's like, haha, exactly what I wanted.
And then Bogart steps in. And that was
Yeah.
one of the things that I couldn't understand with William Holden's character. He couldn't see that it was Audrey Hepburn after 2 years of being in Paris. I mean, it's Audrey Hepburn. It's like, how could you not? All that's different is a haircut and the dress, which fantastic costume design as well. When she steps
Oh my
in there
god,
with
the costumes were sensational.
Yeah.
with that dress and the hair, but him not being able to recognize it, I was like, wow, you really do have to hang your suspension of disbelief in the air with this film.
I think the idea, it's a combination of he's a bit of a thicko, and also he literally never paid attention or took Sabrina seriously, and all he saw was this stunning, stylish, chic woman, and he's like, oh, who's this? I'm gonna move. And he made a fool of himself.
Yeah. I mean, entertaining film, but there was a few issues I had, especially when Audrey Hepburn starts telling the William Holden character, David Larrabee, that, I remember you kissed me when I was 9 years old. And Katie was watching it with me, and she just turns and looks at me. She's like, I was like, this guy must have been in his 20s. He must have been in his 20s. And I was thinking, wow, times have changed. Because it was just like a fleeting moment. I was like, okay, that's a little bit awkward, to say the least. But then also the fact that Audrey Hepburn was going for Humphrey Bogart, who's 30 years older than her. Her motives were never really explained. What is she going after the money, or does she really love him? I couldn't really tell. So her character was a little bit awkward for me because I didn't really fully explain that. But overall, I thought it was really entertaining. It was a really entertaining film.
Yeah, Billy Wilder did an amazing
I watched
job
it with Mrs. Angry, and she said she had trouble understanding what Humphrey Bogart's plan was. She thought that wasn't particularly clear what he was doing.
Yeah.
Really?
There was a lot of the sensibilities at the time, I think. Everyone in the movie is behaving really differently to how people behave today.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
The fact with William Holden, when Audrey Hepburn comes back into it, he basically just sidesteps his wife like this. Just I couldn't believe
he's
it.
Supposed to get married next week.
I know. I was just like, oh, you're being a bit brash about this. You don't really care much. So I didn't really know how to take his character, but I loved the way he played his character.
Yeah. He had fun.
So there were good performances. And Bogart, especially as well. he just delivers every line the same, every bit of dialogue, the usual thing.
But he always does it. Doesn't move his top lip and just says all the things.
Yeah.
So this is one of the more kind of forgettable, I think, in the sense of how wonderful Billy Wilder films are. A lot of people forget that it's actually even a Billy Wilder film because it's kind of taken on a life of its own as a Bogart film more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love Billy Wilder. I've said it a million times before in this show, and I'll say it again. I'm a big sucker. I've seen all of his films. But having said that, I still liked the new one better. I went and watched the new one first earlier on this week with Harrison Ford, and hence why I was loaded with all this information because I'm like, yep, I like the first one even better because I felt like there was a more balanced level of maturity between the two of them, whereas I felt like Bogart and Audrey Hepburn felt young for her age of 25, and Bogart felt old for 60. Or what is he, 60 in it?
50.
No, he's 55. He's
55,
mid-50s.
but he felt old. Whereas Harrison Ford had that, I can pick up any chick, kind of vibe about him. And that he was all about the work more too. He really, even though it was sold straight away with how Bogart couldn't get his head out of work, I really feel like the way that it was communicated, because he was constantly on the phone and stuff like that. They had certain things that we relate to now more, being a more modern film. Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, like the Sidney Pollack version better than the Billy Wilder one, which is a big call for me because I'm such a big Billy Wilder geek,
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen the remake. But the other issue I had, a slight little issue, but was the inner monologue with Audrey Hepburn's character. Sometimes it felt like she was just reading from a script, and then other times when she was acting, it did feel genuine. So, in the kitchen scene with her and when she was cooking for Bogart, that scene felt really sort of layered in some way. But then other performances, I was just like, oh, I can tell you're reading off of a script here a little bit. So, but like I said, entertaining, for a rom-com, and it's got Bogart, it's got Hepburn. So,
yeah, I just didn't feel the chemistry between them like I did between Harrison Ford and Julie Ormond. Her name is
Julia Ormond. Yeah, I think that's what Mrs. Angry was saying. Like, what's Humphrey Bogart doing? Is he interested in her, or because that wasn't really coming across, the idea of there being chemistry between them?
Yeah, no, he seems grumpy the whole time, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I couldn't understand with her character. Does she really love him, or is she really just going after the money? Because if it was just a regular guy, would she really have the same interest in him if he didn't have all that money?
Also, fun fact or incredibly depressing fact about Audrey Hepburn. Mrs. Angry told me this. I didn't know this. During World War II, which was only 10 years earlier, Audrey Hepburn and her family were in the Netherlands, which was annexed by the Nazis, and they actually forced a famine because there was some resistance from the people, and everyone was just starving, like from 10 to 15 years of age for her. She was basically grossly malnourished, which is why as an adult she was so waif-like, because at a critical growth phase she had no food, and she had lifelong health complications because of it as well. So just in case anyone was feeling good about a rom-com, I just wanted to bring the mood down.
Yeah, bring in some World War II. Billy Wilder was in the death camps and escaped and flew over to America and became a director. And he was very close to being put in that gas chamber because he was Jewish. Yeah. It was the era. That was the era. They originally were going to have Cary Grant play the Humphrey Bogart role, and I think that would have been way better.
That feels
Cary
better.
Grant felt like Hepburn was a bit too young. which is kind of weird because he ended up doing To Catch a Thief with Grace Kelly.
Yeah.
And, that kind of, they're the same age. But Grace Kelly, like I said before, there's maturity that comes from some certain people, whether it, like me, I'm not very mature for a nearly 50-year-old man, and I've got, there are people like, Mark here, for instance, who's younger than me and acts like an older person. There are certain ways that people can relate. And, yeah, I just felt like, Humphrey Bogart felt older than what he is, and I'm repeating myself. Yeah.
Yeah, no, my thing exactly. It was hard to believe in the relationship. It seemed a little bit too far-fetched for me. But
so, rating time. Angry, you go first.
3.
Yep, you're at 3 out of 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3.5. 3.5 because it was, like I said, entertaining for me. There were some things that I found awkward, but it was kind of comedical in a way for me. I was laughing a few times. So, and it's entertaining enough, and I like Bogart and Hepburn. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm actually going to only give it 2. I was a bit meh about it, and especially seeing I gave the 95 Sabrina 3 stars, and I found it being better than the original. Yeah. Having said that, I would like to eventually sit there and watch it in 4K, but yeah.
Wow.
As far as this bogey train's been going, I think it came to a bit of a hard stop, like it didn't do very well this week, yeah. But hey, there's plenty more bogey fish in the sea,
Yeah, it's an interesting round of stars for the 3 of us. So
yeah, a nice spattering of different opinions.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm noticing that we're doing that when I'm doing the edit. That there's, when you talked about last week with The Hill about a lack of plot, and I'm sitting there going, "What?" But at the same time, instead of but we're getting more as we do this more. I think we'll get more open with each other about about it and stuff like that too. Which next thing you know, we'll be screaming at each other. It'll be great, So next week's movie of the week. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right.
Drum roll.
Hope you like some John Wayne, because we are doing Brannigan, where John Wayne does his best Dirty Harry.
Okay.
Even the picture there with the Magnum is just like he's definitely trying to be Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like John Wayne.
And now
it does. So it's older John Wayne. Much older.
75?
Yes, 1975? Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have seen this on like TV in the 80s, so I only have the vaguest memories of it, and I'm really looking forward to rewatching it.
Yep, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've seen a few John Waynes, but never heard of Brannigan, so it should be good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see a John Wayne film that isn't a country and western film. All the ones I've seen him in have always been, it's like searches, stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing something that's where he doesn't wear chaps.
Could do something with the chaps in London. Who knows?
Well, you never know. You could get involved in that scene. We haven't seen it yet. You could wear chaps, Yeah, so that's it for the movie of the week, gang. This is now a separate video, so thank you for watching, guys. Yeah. And Angry, hit it.
Doing the outro. Movie of the week. Movie of the week. That was the movie of the week.
Thank you very much, gang. Good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mark. I'm going to send the link to Dr. Abigail, actually. I'll do it on the Discord.
And good luck putting the kids to bed, sir.
No worries. Yeah, thanks heaps for that, guys. It was fun. I'll see you next time.
Yep, next week for Brannigan. Yep.
No worries. See you then.
Nice.
See you guys.
Heine, okay, is Charlie afraid of films from this century? Not so much, but these are laser discs that we're doing because it's for the Laserdisc shop. So they're going to stop in the late 90s.
And can I point out, I have had urges to do movies like Die Hard and stuff like that, right? But I want to do movies that Angry and Mark haven't seen. So when we give our opinion, and me, and so when we do give our opinion, it's honest and fresh.
Yeah.
And, so we're all seeing a film for the first time and sharing that experience. Oh, I love it.
Sorry, my badge keeps flipping over.
Yeah. So that's why we're not doing any modern films, because Angry's seen so many of the new films.
I have my phone to record my voice. Will the sound from the stream be interfering with that?
Into it? Yes, it probably will, but exactly. Yeah, that will probably be just on me to what I can do is when you're not talking is bring the sound down when Angry or I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a day of work
try and help Charlie. I have my laptop volume turned way down. It's just loud enough for me to hear what people are saying.
Oh, okay. I can do
I have a headphone on.
And Charlie has headphones, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could be even nicer and wear headphones, I guess. But
I mean, I can do that.
All right. It's only one day of work a week, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting paid for this?
No, it's slave labor. No one gets paid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Hey.
The Federation
I'm not even
has
getting
ruled
paid
against slave labor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are we ready to?
Yeah, ready to go. Yeah, ready when you are. Are you all recording? Yeah. Well, I know me and Angry are.
Hang on. So just voice recording?
Yeah, just voice.
Yeah.
Okay. I am now voice recording.
Excellent. What's a good Star Trek intro?
Jolan True?
Oh, I love it. I was just going to be like live long and prosper shit,
that's Romulan, so close.
Yeah, that's more of a goodbye though, isn't it? Anyway, so welcome to and we are looking at Star Trek films today. Or Star Trek shows, actually. And
we are boldly
we're going to go through a whole bunch of different box sets while we've got our new expert who is like a Trekkie. Is it a Trekkie or a Trekker?
It's either. I personally use Trekkie, but originally it was Trekker.
I like Trekkie, but anyway, we've got Dr. Abigail with us today, and as always, we have our drink specialist, Angry Aussie. And have you got a special drink with us today, or are you just doing the old fashions?
I was cheating a bit. We were watching an old fashioned movie for the movie of the week, and so I'm drinking an old fashioned.
Love it. So we're going to start off with some Next Generation first.
Nice.
So let's open the box and have a look at some of these box sets, eh?
Charlie showed me this earlier. He's got boxes stacked full of box sets. We're not going to talk about each disc. We're going to talk about each series.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
You're making me want to buy a Laserdisc player.
Get some potted reviews on Dr. Abigail what the episodes are.
Oh.
This is the Next Generation. So it says Volume 1, First Season, Part 1.
Yep.
And there's a list of episodes on the back there. Can you read that?
That's a lot of episodes.
That's quite a few. All the way up to Daedalus.
Yeah.
The first.
I noticed there's a few episode in there.
There's quite a few.
Oh, is there? Yeah, hiding Q. Yeah.
Mm. Nice.
So,
Yeah.
season 1 of
How
the
was
Next
the first season
Generation.
compared to the
That
rest
was-
of this show? Was it the
So-
same
So
kind of show?
season
or-
one
How many
season one
years
gets a
after the
bad
original
rap.
series was it?
Sorry, what was the question?
How many years after the original series was the launch of the Next Generation?
Next Generation was in the late 90s. So we're talking 30 years, 30 plus years.
And suddenly Trek was back.
Yeah, well, it never left.
The movies were there, yeah.
The movies were there, and it was kept alive in fan fiction as well.
And the animated
original
series?
fiction.
And the animated series, yes. But mainly the movies. And Gene Roddenberry always wanted to produce another TV show, so he got his chance with Next Generation.
So what are the
And what was the
standout
main
episodes
rule?
of season 1? Do any spring to mind, Dr. Abigail?
Ooh, the pilot is a great episode, Encounter at Farpoint. Data Law, which was in part 1. Another great one. Season 1 gets a bad rap, but nowhere near as bad as season 2, in my opinion. Only because there was a bit of a writer's strike at the time, so they had to, they had to cut back a bit.
How many seasons were it altogether?
7.
7.
I remember there was the girl Dina, and she was actually able to communicate. Is it Dina? She was the telepath one. She
yes,
could communicate.
Deanna Troy. Deanna Troy, she was half Beta Z.
She could mentally communicate with the guy with the beard in the first season, and they took that away quick smart. Didn't they?
Yeah, it was I guess it was too easy to exploit plot wise. Pilot. They only featured it in the pilot, and pilots often have features like that are never explored again.
Right. Yes.
So, yeah, they turned the species into a more empathic species that could read surface emotions. But when her mother appeared, played by Marjole Barrett, Gene Roddenberry's wife, she was over the top. She was awesome. I love the episodes that feature her in them.
Wasn't she a bit of a hornbag?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she was. They also get a bad rap, but I love them. They're just fun.
One thing I like. One thing I like about the Next Generation is they killed off a main crew character.
Tasha Yar, yes.
Like, they're killing characters off. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So the series, Tasha Yar. It was a big shock. The actress left the series early. She came back as another character, but she couldn't commit to the whole show.
It's quite the workload, isn't it, doing the TV?
At the time, episodic television in the 90s and 2000s was so brutal. It was 20 odd episodes a year, and it was 9-hour days, like 6 days a week. It was brutal. So my standout episode from this is the season finale. It's the Neutral Zone. Such a great episode because it starts as they discover people from the 20th century. So it's a, what's the phrase? Ship out of water?
Fish out of water.
Fish out of water. Thank you. It starts as a fish out of water episode, but then it becomes like they discover Romulans, and it's political, and it's a threat, and it's just, it turns on its head really quickly. Great episode. Great way to end a season, a premiere season.
Well, seeing with that, let's move on to season 2.
Yep.
So you were saying season 2 gets a bit of stick.
Yeah. So that first episode, it's got Measure of a Man in it, which is standout, one of the most amazing episodes of Star Trek. It often gets quoted as an important episode, but it's also got The Royale and The Child, which are just stinkers. I gotta say.
So they're all still in English. All these are still in English, but have Japanese subtitles.
Okay.
That's the coolest way to work.
Out, but I got some green stuff in my teeth. I just noticed. Okay.
I'm putting that in the start of the episode now, don't you?
It's a thumbnail. Just the focus, yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So continuing on season 2.
Yep.
Got.
So we introduce. Oh, yep. Pen Pals was another great episode I see on there. That was a Data episode, but again, not a standout list of episodes.
But fortunately, they got to keep going, and it got better.
Yes, it gets a lot better after season 2.
That's a really cool cover.
It is, yeah.
So after that, we're moving into. Oh God, this one's a heavier one. Okay, hang on.
Oof.
You feel that Obi slipping. Oh, it's
these box sets. They'd kill you if they fell on you from out of a tree.
Right, I reckon. Yeah.
So this will be season 3, part 1.
Yep, season 3, part 1. I'll flip them over and show you the episode names.
The episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're starting to find our footing here in season 3. I'm not sure when, but at some point, Gene Roddenberry stops producing the shows, and Paramount takes over. I think it was Rick Berman takes over, and as passionate as Gene Roddenberry was, he was a bit odd, often passionate people can be a bit odd, especially with their passion projects. I know, right? So it found its footing. They got good scripts in. They actually had scripts submitted by fans, and some of the episodes are fan written.
Okay.
And they made it to air, which is amazing.
That's incredible. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be the most amazing experience, having your episode be written that you wrote, be played on the air? That would be, yeah.
I did look it up. Gene Roddenberry stepped away at the end of season 2 and handed it to Rick Berman for season 3 because he was not well.
Yeah.
So this is log 6, which is season 2, part 2.
Yep.
Season 3, part 2. Sorry, my bad.
You're making me want to buy a Laserdisc player. This is amazing. Yeah. Again, so this has got Menage a Troy, with Marjol Barrett in it. It's got Sarek, the return of Spock's father.
Yeah.
It's so many So many good. Yesterday's Enterprise, another great episode.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds. The massive cliffhanger at the end of season 3 that introduces the Borg.
Yeah.
What an episode.
I was just going to throw in, even if Menage a Troy is not a good episode, I'm giving it points just for the name.
The name's great, isn't it? Yeah.
But you said it was a good... Yeah, but oh my God, the introduction of the Borg, where Picard gets turned into Locutus.
What a cliffhanger.
Because if I remember the folklore right, there were actually contract negotiations with Patrick Stewart going on at the time, and they were preparing for the possibility he would actually leave the show.
Yeah, so even the fans didn't know what was going on.
It wasn't a fake out. They're like, oh no, he might be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was touch and go for a while. But also, the writers didn't know what was going to happen at the end of part 1.
I imagine there was a bit of time where they
to the fourth.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, Patrick Stewart's on the cover. He came back.
Yes, he came back for the second one.
Mind you, these didn't come out until 1997, so they're much cleaner but they're all the original elements of the I think they made the new ones widescreen and thereby cutting off some of the video, of it. Where these are just purebred, Star Trek, non-touched. Any episodes in that one you want to talk about?
So in the episode Brothers, for the first time in episodic TV history, they actually deal with Picard's PTSD from becoming a Borg. And didn't just, how at the end of an episode everything wraps up.
It resets.
And it resets. They actually had an episode in season 2 called The Child, where Deanna Troi goes through something quite traumatic, and then in the next episode it's like it never happened. So this, and for the rest of Star Trek, Patrick Stewart's character, Captain Picard, is constantly dealing with this PTSD from having his individuality stripped away from him and forced to fight for the Borg against his Federation.
And they carried it through to the movie First Contact, which is one of my favorite movies. He's still dealing with it. Like there's residual impact from being Borg years later.
Yeah. So in that episode, he goes back to his family vineyard, which is being looked after by his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And drama ensues.
Family drama.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going on to another series, Charlie?
There's more. The actor who played Picard's brother was bloody brilliant in that episode as well.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They often got Shakespearean actors.
Were they?
Oh yeah, to play extras.
That sounds legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So fourth season, part 2.
Yep. First Contact.
Sorry about the plastic.
The drumhead. So again, great episode. I believe that's the O'Brien episode.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
I love O'Brien. What a great character he was, especially in DS9. He really evolved in that.
Oh, yeah. He's been in it since the pilot of Next Generation. Him and Worf had the longest run.
Someone also did a really funny webcomic of Chief O'Brien. You need to look it up because it's just like Chief O'Brien suffering from various psychological conditions and just thinking about beaming people into space and whatnot because he's sick of
getting just being stuck in the transporter room.
Yeah.
So, besides the box sets, I also have a whole bunch of single episodes here. I was talking to you yesterday about how they sold them in Australia and America. They didn't have those box sets like they do in Japan. They would sell them with just 2 episodes on each disc.
Damn.
Yeah,
And
of course,
I'm going to be
Encounter at Farpoint is
taking
a double episode.
a gazillion photos because I have to record all these before I can put them up on the site. So I'm going to be here.
I was about to say, you are going to work so hard getting all these up on your site.
Yep.
It's just like, okay, there's got to be a Trekkie out there who has a Laserdisc player who is just going to take out a second mortgage on their house to get all of these.
Star Trek is extremely popular with Laserdisc nerds.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
What about Ferengis? And I didn't know Ferengis were in.
Not only so they were introduced in the first season as the new because Klingons were now allies with the Federation. They needed a new big bad, so they tried to introduce the Ferengi, and they made them hyper capitalists, amongst other things. It didn't quite work as well as they'd planned. So they needed to find a new enemy, and that ended up becoming the Borg.
Yeah. The Borg are a better big bad than Ferengi.
The Borg are perfect because everything's about war, opposed to the Starfleet, which is everything's about peace.
Yeah.
So that's that's what you want,
I feel like the Borg are about the seductive side of fascism, as in, we will bring order. We will, there'll be no more conflict. It's like, because I'll have no individuality. But I think they managed to really bring the Ferengi into being good characters in Deep Space Nine.
Fun fact. Armin Shimmerman, who played Quark in Deep Space Nine, played one of the very first Ferengi in battle in the first Ferengi episode.
Ooh, nice. Nice. My favorite is one of my all-time favorite actors, Wally Shawn, is the Grand Nagus in.
Yes.
Oh, wasn't he amazing? How funny and yet real drama in that too. It was a great combination. Yeah. Speaking of, if we're doing Ferengi, we can't stop it there. We've got to get into Deep Space Nine.
Yes, let's go.
So this is Volume 1, Season 1, Part 1, right? So I'm flipping it over. I'll move that plastic out of the way so you can see.
Deep Space Nine had great episodes in its first season. Season ones. The first season of any show often finds it difficult to find its feet, but Deep Space Nine just hit the ground running. It had some really solid.
They already had a few years of TNG under their belt, so they knew what they wanted straight off the barrel. And it wasn't until like 2 or 3 years in did it start getting a little slow for a bit, but then they started bringing in new bad guys, and everything just started re-energizing again. It was great.
Also, they serialized the storytelling instead of making it episodic, and they didn't treat the audience like idiots. They made a point of doing that, and it paid off at a time when it was a death sentence to a TV series, because often networks would just show episodes out of order, and it really paid off.
I was talking about earlier, Gene Roddenberry made a rule about they couldn't argue with each other. everything had to be like a fight with the other side, not with each other. Whereas
no
Deep Space
internal
Nine
conflict.
just was all about internal conflict.
Well, they still maintain because it's called competency porn, and Next Generation was its fingerprint was all over that. Deep Space Nine, because it had the mixed crew of Federation and Bajorans, often had conflict, but they slowly learned to trust each other and get along. And it also had the interesting take of the Bajorans being former terrorist / freedom fighters, which again for the Federation is totally like, what do we do with that? It really showcases how much the Federation needs to get its stick out of its ass.
But also the show itself needed to get its stick out of its ass.
Yeah.
More interesting characters.
For that reason, and for how dark it needed to get, and for the war story that it was showing, it's my favorite Star Trek show, bar none. Maybe Lower Decks. I don't know.
So let's move on to the next volume. We've got Deep Space Nine Volume 2. This is part 2 of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Here are some episode lists. Can you read that?
Vaguely, but yes, I can.
I see the Nagus is in there. They must have been bringing the Ferengi in there.
Yep. For the sake, they're in the hands of the prophets.
There was
some great
woman. They brought in a priest woman.
Yes, so they brought in
so much shit.
Nurse Ratched, the same actress that was Nurse Ratched. She was one of the main antagonists of the entire show, as
great bad guy,
as Wynn, as her character name was Vedic Wynn in season 1, and she was such a great actor.
She's great.
Because you just love to hate her guts.
Spot on.
I watched one flew over the cuckoo's nest recently,
second season,
and Mrs. Angry, who's Trekkie, is looking at
that
it.
Sexy smile on him.
It's the same character. Nurse Ratched and her in TNG and Deep Space Nine, same character.
So that I love that picture.
Let me pull that back.
So season 2. The Cardassians. Rules of Acquisition. They had such great Ferengi episodes that fleshed out their society. Fun fact, they modeled Ferengi on humans of today.
Didn't they do a whole lot of episodes that were in a hologram kind of machine?
The holodeck? Yeah, there were a few holodeck episodes.
There was one where one of the characters fell in love with the with the. Oh no! Wait, that was TNG.
Yeah, so Geordie LaForge, the engineer, fell in love with.
That's who it was. Geordie.
Leah Brahms, the designer of the warp drive of the Galaxy class ships.
Yeah,
and there was another episode where the engineer herself came to the ship and was cranky, and it was a whole thing.
Nothing like the hologram impression because
of course,
you're a person. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we're continuing on in our Deep Space Nine quest. We've got. So this is season 2, volume 2.
Yep.
And the episodes on the back are.
I can always tell Ferengi ones. There's one called Profit and Loss, which is obviously a Ferengi
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
The Marquee.
right.
The Wire. Yeah, great episodes.
The Marquee.
So
that
the
was where they
Marquee.
were trying to get morally grey, bringing the Marquee in.
Yeah, so the Marquee were a terrorist organization of humans and Bajorans that were living in a demilitarized zone between the Federation and the Cardassians. They were political outcasts by choice because they felt like they were abandoned. And yeah, it's the show getting dark. They could have done a lot more with them. It's a shame that they were so underused. I feel like they could have done a bit more, but you know they were guerrilla fighters in space, so there's not much you could do.
Not like Murphy gorillas. You mean like
like guerrilla warfare, hit and run.
Again, the old are they
asymmetric warfare
terrorists?
Yeah.
This is a heavy one. This has got an extra disc in it, I think, or something. This
Fourth
is
season. Fourth season is when shit got real. You got Worf coming on. You've got the war starting up. You've got Cisco growing the beard.
That's
oh yeah.
That's shit.
It's real.
Real. Yeah.
He's the Way of the Warrior. Yeah. That's when Worf comes on board. Oh, Little Green Men. What a great episode. That's when Quark and Odo, the shapeshifter, accidentally become the Roswell aliens in the 1950s.
Okay, that sounds great.
It's a funny episode. So it's Quark and his brother Rom get captured by the US military when their shuttle accidentally crash lands in 1950s New Mexico. It's a great episode.
Nice.
All right, let's wrap up DS9. This is the last one.
Oh, such a shame. Bashir.
Yeah. So this is season 4, volume 2.
You know, Bashir was supposed to
in 2000.
Supposed to be one of the first queer, have one of the first queer romances on Star Trek with the Taylor at the show.
The Cardassian.
The Cardassian
Taylor.
Yeah, with the spoon on his nose.
Well, they all Cardassians had the spoon feature.
Yeah.
That's why they were called spoonheads as derogatory by the Bajorans.
They were too, yes.
Yeah.
So watch DS9 again, Sophie.
The Taylor, who was obviously a spy, was such
a plain and simple Taylor. I forget his name because names are hard. Was supposed to, because as soon as you see them interact for the first time, him and Dr. Bashir, they're flirting. You see it as plain as day, and that's how the actor played it. And Bashir,
I couldn't help looking up as Garak,
of course, Garak the Taylor. The plain and simple Taylor.
Yes, but those intellectual conversations between the Spirit.
Oh yeah.
The subtext was not really sub. It was
was sub and dom.
Yeah. And I think we all know who was the sub and who was the dom.
Yeah. No, it was supposed to be queer, but the network would never approve it. So yeah,
it's just sort of the, you get what we're doing, don't you?
Yeah, it had to stay subtext, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Much to the chagrin of the director.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mm.
All right, what do we got there, Charlie?
So that actor, the spoon face guy that we talked about
Garrett.
this show again in a previous episode of this show. He was the bad guy in the first Dirty Harry film.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was.
The one that got shot in the leg and Dirty Harry, stepped on his leg and stuff. That was the same actor.
Same actor, yes.
Scorpio.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know. How did I not?
You didn't know that? You didn't. I knew that.
I didn't know that
until
until we did the episode last time. Yeah.
Of course, I knew that.
That was just an interesting little tidbit of information. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you knew.
I didn't. That just
okay.
So that's it for the DS9. I'm getting distracted listening to you talking about them. Sorry, I'm making.
That was the whole idea of getting a professional in here.
A professional Trekkie.
Sorry, okay.
No, you should be distracted. That's why we got Dr. Abigail in.
I also do Star Wars.
Just give me 1 minute. I'll have it ready.
Again, speaking of things that are in massive demand on Laserdisc, hey, Soph.
She can't.
Just the versions of Star Wars on Laserdisc are basically the original versions. If anyone ever sees them for sale anywhere, they disappear instantly. People just want them.
Yeah, I bet. Does Charlie have the Star Wars Christmas special by any chance on Laserdisc?
We're moving on to the next series of Star Trek. Now we're on to Voyager. And we have a couple of little leftovers here from the other sets as well. So I'll knock that out real quick. 7th season, part 2 of the Next Gen.
Okay.
This will be just by itself, so yeah.
Yep.
Is that the last season?
That is the final season, yes.
Yeah, so that's why it's got all the things.
Great episodes.
Yeah, they wrapped it up really well.
Yeah.
So did Voyager. I really loved the last section of episodes that came out. Yeah, I did anyway. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. So, is this the first one? I have no idea. It doesn't say on the front. First season. The whole season is on one disc. Was it a short season?
Not as far as I'm aware. How many episodes?
They're just squeezing them onto the disc.
Oh, no. There it is. Okay. No, it doesn't have a 1 on the side. Okay. So on the side here is where I've been getting my information from.
Yep.
Right. And there's no 1 on the side. So this is season 1, part 1. And it hasn't got many episodes on it. That's what made me think it might have been a British season, like a short season.
Again, a standout first season.
I loved how different the characters were. They had a female kind of Worf,
female captain.
They
had a female Klingon. They had what was her name? God, names are hard. Female Klingon character.
Dude, that's half my problem with this show is I always get tangled up on names.
Yeah.
That's why we have things left open on the screen over here so I can cheat.
I should just
that's right. Neelix is in this show. Yeah. Okay.
No one likes Neelix.
No, I don't. I find
him Belena Torres.
I like Garrett, even though nobody likes Garrett. I like Garrett.
Garrick.
Sorry,
Garrett. No, Garrett. There was the ensign, Harry Kim.
Oh, Ensign Kim. Oh, yes.
Everybody, no one liked him, but I found a little reflection.
I thought his adventures with Tom Paris were legendary.
Yeah,
again, borderline.
Always chasing the Delaney sisters with little success.
Yeah.
Until Tom
I was absolutely blown away by 7 of 9 when 7 of 9 appeared on screen. Later on, I think it was like season 4 or something like that.
Yeah, because the childish Cass character left, and they introduced Jerry Ryan's character, 7 of 9, to bring some sex appeal to the show, because she couldn't eat to get into that catsuit. She often
I read interviews with Jerry Ryan, and she's just like, I didn't eat cheesecake for 5 years. It was just
Rick Berman was often noted to be a bit of a he wasn't a pest, he wasn't a sex pest, but he was a bit of a he wasn't a feminist, let's put it that way.
You call him a sleazeball.
He wanted to put the female form on display for the male gaze, is what we're saying.
When Jadzia Dax left Deep Space Nine, it was not a great experience for the actor involved. She
complained about even being on Becca. I just think that actress was a bit of a complainer. Not to be mean, but some actresses are, just complaining.
I hear what you're saying, but it was a contract negotiation that went wrong, so they just wrote her off the show. It wasn't a great experience for her. So, and when Jerry Ryan came onto Star Trek Voyager, they didn't give her a uniform. They didn't give her they gave her a skin-tight catsuit to wear, complete with built-in high heels for the rest of the show.
There was a movie that came out years ago called Knocked Up, and everyone thought that they had treated Katherine Heigl really poorly through that film because she kept on complaining about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, how could Judd Apatow treat her this way? And how could Seth Rogen not defend her and stuff like that? But all this evidence started coming out over the years. Yeah. And it just turned out she was just a nasty human being. And that's the case with some people. Maybe Dax wasn't, and I think you're right in the sense you're proving a pretty fair point there.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes they're just there's no helping, some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Katherine Heigl at all. Yeah.
Sorry, the call.
Shall we do another one? Let's move on. Now we've had our disagreements.
I had to look it up. Let's do another one. Terry Farrell.
The actress who played Dax. Yeah. And Reggie on Becca. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Although I was much more of a fan of Ezri Dax. Ezri Dax was the new Dax character in season 7 of DS9, because the Dax symbiote got transferred to a new host. Dax is a Trill, and they're as an alien species, they are actually a symbiote with a little worm.
Oh my god, that pixie haircut! Yes,
pixie haircut. Yeah,
talk about sex appeal right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was at just the right age.
Okay.
Yep.
So where were we? Okay, that's right. We're talking about Star Trek. Yeah, this is this is Voyager first season box set number 2. God, we were on such a good momentum for a while there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hard to see the episodes in that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very stylized font makes it hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That picture of Janeway with the
Anyway,
harsh
yeah,
hairstyle
so-
of
The
I
hair.
expect the younger male crew members to just go, "Yes, mummy," when she gives it a little.
Yeah, they did try to make attempts to soften her up a bit, but none were really all that successful because she had to play the captain, and the captain has to be in charge all the time. So it didn't really work out, unfortunately.
This is second season, volume 1. What a great looking ship too, I must say. It was nice to see some really interesting designs, especially in DS9. They had that battleship that they brought out in that was
the Defiant. Yeah.
Yeah, the Defiance. That was such a kick-ass ship, you know.
And this is the Intrepid
a lot of good design in the Star Trek. Yeah.
So the Intrepid class in Voyager is meant to be a science, like a science vessel, but it's also a long-term scouting vessel. So previously the only science vessel we saw were these like dinky little small 3-decked ships, but this one got a glow up and fitted for long-term missions, and as well as all the latest tech. So they made sure that the premise of the show could be maintained with all the technobabble. And let me tell you, they upped their technobabble game for Star Trek Voyager. There is at least as much technobabble in the entire series as there is in the rest of Star Trek in Voyager. So much.
They were bringing in some new concepts in Voyager, the dimensional stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, different modes of travel, and different technologies, because they were constantly looking for a way home.
Leaning into those wormholes and stuff like that a lot more.
Slipstream drives and all kinds of technobabble. This, that.
Yeah. The episode listing on that one is there if you want to see it again, whoever's watching this right now. There you go. And done. All right, next one. We're nearly there. Second season, volume 2. Oh, look at that. Okay, have you ever seen that movie Eating Raoul?
Eating Raoul?
Yeah, Eating Raoul. Yeah, so it's a Criterion film. Yeah,
I'm familiar with it, but I don't think I've ever sat down and watched it.
So he's in it, and he's Raoul, and it's quite funny because he's actually Spanish.
There's a whole bunch of fan fiction just.
And in this, he's like Indian.
That's a double entendre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except there's only one thing on their mind.
Oh, right. Yes, it is. Would be, wouldn't it? Yes.
Oh, he's a hottie. There's no two ways about it. Yeah.
Can't tell.
Yeah. Oh, in Eating Raoul, it was filmed in the 80s, so he's like a young, sexy,
strapping young man,
Spanish. Yeah.
But he was cool. And he had the face tattoos and all that sort of stuff.
In Star Trek Voyager, he plays a Native American, complete with all the cultural insensitivity that it comes with.
It's not quite John Wayne playing Genghis Khan, but it's a little.
Okay. Last up is the third season of Voyager, and then we are done because we are getting right up into the 2000s now. Like this was like one of the last Laserdiscs that came out.
That's a great
because they just were so close to having it printed already, and it was such a big undertaking. They're like, just release it, even though DVDs are more popular now, just put it out there, A tenth of Japanese population had a Laserdisc player, so it was a pretty big product over there, so it was still, you could still sell them over there. But by this point, when this came out on Laserdisc, if this came out on Laserdisc in Australia, they would have sold 10 copies, if that. People we Australians had definitely moved into DVD by the year 2000 because we had the PlayStation 2 coming out, and etc. etc. So that pretty much wraps it up. Got one more here.
I swear, though, after Charlie puts out however many hours of work he has to do to get these all up on the online shop, I swear some Trekkie is just going to swoop and just like, oh my God, look at this collection. Oh my God.
Yeah, I want them all.
So
Sim has the whole thing. Yeah, Sim has the whole lot.
Fun fact, the guy who plays Tuvok, who was on the cover of that last one, also plays the guy in Spaceballs who's combing the desert with an afro comb. And when Dark Helmet calls out,
no way,
keep combing the desert, and have you found anything? He's the guy who calls out, we ain't found shit. He also plays a pirate in a Star Trek Next Generation episode. And
oh my God, it is too.
And Captain Picard gives him a Vulcan neck pinch, which he learnt from a mind meld with Sarek. And so I just find it like the circle completes when he ends up playing a Vulcan and giving other people nerve pinches.
Yeah.
But yes, he was an extra.
Man, he was the we ain't found shit guy.
He was the Spaceball. Combing the desert
he gets to go to fan conventions for his whole life, sign Spaceballs memorabilia and Star Trek memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Cool.
I've blown your mind.
Yeah, no, you got me on that.
Both of us have had our mind blown. Angry with
Scorpio.
My mind was mostly blown because I can't believe I didn't know it was Scorpio. But you say it, I'm looking at him going, okay, they tricked me with all the prosthetic makeup, but no, the mannerisms and the voice, it's absolutely the same.
The acting level too, because they're both. He's
20 years later as well. That was the other thing that threw me.
Another fun fact: they filmed the pilot for Star Trek Voyager twice because they didn't get Kate Mulgrew to play Janeway originally. They got a French Canadian actress to do it, and she was more of a film actor than a TV actor, and she did the pilot, but then she saw the TV schedule, the shooting schedule was she just noped the fuck out of there, and so they got Kate to do it. So they did 2 pilots, and you can get some
That's
images.
Really funny. I've got a job. Oh no, I don't want that job.
Yeah, you can get some images of her doing that pilot, and it just looks out of place because it's not Janeway. It's not Kate Mulgrew. It's someone else. But it's all the same lines. It's all the same script.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. But in a French accent. French Canadian accent.
Yeah, it was like when Eric Stoltz did Back to the Future.
Yes, they shot a whole bunch of scenes with him.
Yeah. Before we go, can we do a little quick look at all the different cameos that were in DS9? I know Iggy Pop was.
Iggy Pop.
Yes.
Frasier, I think, did an episode as well.
Frasier was in.
Movie, isn't he?
No, Frasier was in an episode of Next Generation.
Okay.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes.
Mick Fleetwood, I think.
Mick Fleetwood was in Next Generation.
Yep. Joan Collins.
Who? Sorry?
Joan Collins. Okay, who famously played Edith Keeler in the original series.
In the original
reprised
series.
her role in it as well in Trials and Tribulations.
Nice.
George
Jonathan
Costanza
Banks
is in one of the Star Treks.
Yes, he in an episode of Star Trek Voyager, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember which one. I just remember he's in.
I don't remember the name, but the Think Tank. It's called the Think Tank. He and
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking was in an episode. A member of Rage Against the Machine was in an episode of
Tom Morello.
Yep, Tom Morello. An astronaut. What's her name? An actual astronaut appeared as an ensign in.
Okay. I've got one while you're thinking. We got Jonathan Banks from Breaking Bad, and he was also in Total Recall as the guy that couldn't control himself and stuff like that. You know, as a bad guy. Yep.
Sure.
He was in Battle Lines as the ruthless, combat-weary character Sheila.
Okay.
Sorry, I pulled up a website that had all the cameos.
Christian Slater made a cameo in one of the movies.
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh, right, yeah.
Casting director.
I believe it was.
We mean the original with the original cast or with the
original
TNG cast? Oh,
I believe it was Undiscovered Country.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just funny because his mum was the casting director and he just said, "Can I have a walk-on in the movie?" And she went, "Well, I'm doing the casting, so yes, you can."
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, let's wrap this up, guys.
Most famously, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, got his ass kicked by 7 of 9 in an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a great way to end it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's something to remember, definitely. So that's the biggest treasure trove I've ever seen, just like for one particular type of person, a Trekkie,
just a different type of
treasure
episode.
trove of discs.
Yeah, I felt like doing this. I had a whole bunch of them sitting there, and I hadn't put them out yet, and I've been holding on to them, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. As in, are we going to make it a full episode or just bit by bit? And I thought, hey, Dr. Abigail really loves her Star Trek. Can we do a Star Trek episode, Angry? And you're like, fuck yeah, you know.
Yep.
Look, so it worked out great.
You're making me want to get a Laserdisc player and buy them myself. Because that's
they're great to have. Yeah.
Well, it's a good.
I'm definitely going to start hitting up watching DS9 all over again for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for coming on, Dr. Abigail.
Live long and prosper.
Shall do. See ya.
Nice. We can all do it. You get this things where some people can't do it.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think we've all practiced, you know. Yeah.
I've been doing it since childhood, so yeah.
I had a friend who did it, and I can't do it. He had really flexible fingers. He'd do that, but the index and pinky would be down like that. I can't do it.
We are done, Bubba.
He would do that and say, "Live long and squander."
All right.
Recorder off.
I am kicking Reaper's ass.
Sophie needed to talk.
Sophie doing?
Forced to be quiet for so long.
And I've been in intense battles.
Yeah, we've got a public holiday tomorrow too, Justin. Is it public holiday in Melbourne as well?
No, public holiday next week.
Oh, okay. Justin says he has a public holiday tomorrow. We've got one tomorrow, but it's called WA Day.
Okay.
Which is,
we have something, and I'm taking extra leave. The Monday is a long weekend. Mrs. Angry and I both decided to take the Friday and the Tuesday off as well. So we're just having a decadent chill out for 5
Oh,
days.
lovely! You've been doing that a lot this year. It's your.
That's the thing we do. It's just like, hey, there's a public holiday. Let's take an extra day either side of it. It was just like.
So, if you get a chance, Dr. Abigail, tonight, if you could jump on one of your like cloud services.
I'm doing it right now. I'm putting it on Dropbox.
Oof.
Okay,
Efficiency
great.
Plus.
Do you need my email? Because I'll send it to you on. I'll send it to you on.
Yeah, please do.
Abigail beat you. You've got to send yours now.
No, he can do that after Sophie.
It's
oh, he does. Angry's been really good.
I'm just sharing.
Sorry,
Mark
did I do?
Bad one. Mark isn't able to do it because he's a postie, right? So he gets to get up so early in the morning. The poor guy.
Right.
It's amazing he's walking, with these kids who are wearing him out one end and he's got work wearing him out the other end.
I bought this Starfleet uniform when I was 18. Right?
Yep.
I need to take it off because
it's constricting you a little.
It's quite constricting nowadays. Every time I move, I'm worried that
all your internal organs are being shuffled around.
Oh, you have no idea. And I couldn't find this badge has only one pin on it. That's why I kept.
Oh, that's why it kept on tipping over. Okay.
Yeah. Couldn't find my good one. I have a good one, but my place is a pigsty at the moment. I had to I've got people coming to install an air conditioner vent, and I had to move a bunch of furniture.
Yeah, you were saying the other day.
Yeah.
Some organizing. Yeah.
Okay, it's uploaded now.
That's a good episode. I think that's going to be a good episode.
I reckon.
I hope so.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, it was.
I hope the recording
relaxed and yeah.
Yeah. I hope I just NFC readed
Queen Bee says you look good in red.
Ah,
thanks, Queen Bee.
Yeah. Please don't give her a compliment. She won't be able to fit in the camera.
Everything, particularly her birth suit.
What was that?
Sophie said Abigail looks good in everything, especially in her birthday suit.
There we go. Damn.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
I don't take compliments very well.
Yeah. Hey, but going back to our our movie of the week, I felt compelled to look up the real ages of all the actors, and Harrison Ford and Humphrey Bogart were about the same age when they made the movie. Greg Kinnear and William Holden were about the same age when they made the movie. But there was like a 5-year age difference in the women. Audrey Hepburn was like 25, and what's her name in the newer one? She was almost 30. So that's significant. But the one bit that tripped me out, the brothers canonically in the story, their age difference is 20 years. So for some reason, this extremely well-to-do New York family had children 20 years apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a whole thing about Billy Wilder ready to go, but I never got around to doing it, but I'm fine with that. It turned out to be a good video anyway. So.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with you. You go, like, you're a huge Billy Wilder fan, not a great Billy Wilder movie. And I've been watching the Bogart films recently, and some of them are very good. Sabrina's not a terrible movie, but it's not a great Bogart movie.
Okay, so my rating system is 1 is a pile of shit, and 2 is meh. You know, it was. I'd watch it, but it, like once.
Yeah, for me, 3 is I'd recommend someone would watch it. 4 is I really, really, really like that movie. 5 is Mad Max Fury Road.
3 is good. 4 is very good. 5 is That's a Motherfucking Classic.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be talking about that for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think Brannigan's going to be camp fun. Not necessarily the greatest film of all time, but I think it's going to be really camp fun to watch and then talk about.
But I just think it's fun to continue on in the road of trying to do films that we all haven't seen, so we can come in with instead of having this, preset mind made up of how if this is a good movie or not. We're all going in fresh. I haven't seen it either. I've seen a few John Wayne films, and what's trippy is it's set in England.
Yeah,
in England. What the fuck,
Well, yeah. The premise is he's tracking down someone who's due for extradition. I've definitely seen Brannigan, and I remember one or two scenes, but in context of the entire movie, I've got it's all going to feel new. It's going to feel new when I watch it.
Warner Brothers as well. So yeah, it's I'm sure there must be connections between this and Dirty Harry.
They really played up the thing that the British cops at the time don't have guns, and of course Brannigan wants to carry a gun everywhere he goes.
Oh, right. Yeah,
they really play that up.
Yeah, the other choice was going to be Excalibur.
I'd be happy to do it another week. I again, Excalibur, I saw when it came out, and I don't remember that well. I just kind of remember it being like a disco glam failure. It's a disco version of King Arthur. It's just like
a disco version of King Arthur.
Did we watch the same movie?
I don't know. I just thought it was like, man, they did so much cocaine when they made that movie.
But I don't think you could describe it as disco glam.
I literally only mean disco in terms of the excesses of the 70s and 80s.
Patrick Stewart was in it. He played Sir Gawain.
Yep, and who's that guy from? Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's in it as well, I think.
Oh, is it got a young Liam Neeson in it?
I think, and my memory's saying it is. I'm
looking forward to that. He's going to be 20 years younger than anything I remember him in.
Yeah,
and what's his name? Oh, wow. Appearances.
Yeah, I'm not going to send you a photo. I'll let you do that.
We have to do Excalibur another week because I definitely, again, that is something I watched on home video in the 80s, and I only have the vaguest memory of it.
Mm. And if you really want,
on my rewatch list.
Yeah.
We can do a new film if you want. To mix it up.
No. I'm really happy. I want
to give them what the crowd wants.
You know what I've been doing on your Plex, just going through lists of.
I know. Yeah.
That I should be embarrassed I haven't watched. And I'm catching up.
By our age, and when you watch movies by other professional, movie geeks and stuff watch videos by other movie geeks, and they're talking about, all these Bogart films and stuff like that. Yeah. You're sitting there going, I really need to have watched that,
Yeah. But I mean, the thing that got me doing the bogey kick is I was just watching videos on YouTube, and it was the bookstore scene from The Big Sleep, and it was just 5 minutes, and it was incredible. And I went, okay, I have to watch this fucking movie. What the hell?
The chemistry between those two are fantastic.
Yeah.
If you want, Dr. Abigail, I'd love to get you on for the Excalibur film of the week. Yeah, because I can't think of anything else besides Star Trek that I can get you on. But
if you're into Excalibur, we'll do Excalibur.
Oh yeah,
we'll do Excalibur. You said you want to rewatch it anyway, so
it's on. I have a list of movies that I can just rewatch, just whenever, and it's on the list. I could just watch it.
Yeah. I feel like I might get a new appreciation of Excalibur if I watch it again.
I like that. Hello, Angry. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Captain Abigail.
Actually, Lieutenant.
All right.
Ah.
Okay. All right. Nice.
I know. Didn't want to be too bold.
So we're just talking about Star Trek has got me going, you know what? I want to rewatch Lower Decks.
I want to rewatch Deep Space Nine now.
Yeah, honestly. My only thing is, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I felt like the resolution thing with those mystical beings who would appear as someone.
The prophets. Yeah.
The prophets. And they did a Deus Ex Machina ending, like
in the end of season 6, they definitely
where it's like our guy goes in there and they said, "You're going to die if you do this." You go, "I've got to do it," and the hand of God comes down, and we won't let you die. You go, "Oh my God!" They did an actual Deus Ex Machina. It's like
you could see it coming, like you knew it was going to happen. But as a viewer, you were hoping they wouldn't.
Yeah.
But they did. So, yeah.
And I almost forgive it just because of all the really good stuff in Deep Space Nine.
I think it's fine. They set it up. You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You were just hoping they wouldn't do it, but they did. That's
like
all.
That guy from the Dominion who has played 6 different characters.
Wayun, yeah.
He's hilarious. Again, he was so good in that role, but it's just so funny that he's played 6 characters in Star Trek.
Not only did he play 6 versions of the same character, but he played multiple characters in multiple shows.
Which is so Doctor Who. Doctor Who kept using the same actors over and over again.
Yeah. He played an Andorian on Star Trek Enterprise.
Yes, he did. Yes. A recurring Andorian, Yeah,
which was awesome. Yeah. A foil to Captain Archer.
Yeah.
And
I did like that warrior race they had who, they were addicted to drugs, the White.
Yeah.
And there was that one episode where they're all down on a planet and the Federation guys are saying to them, "Hey, your boss is literally going to sell you out. We'd prefer not to kill you. Could you maybe team up with us and stop him?" And they just went, "No, we can't." And and their boss sold them out and they all got killed.
Yep. Yeah.
But there was a lot of good stuff in there. You can almost forgive the cheesy episodes because of all the good ones.
I'm gonna head off and let you 2 geek out, okay? I've got some.
Yeah, I mean, oh God, I'm going to go to bed.
Get the link that I sent you.
Yeah. No, I'm all over
cool.
it.
Let me know if you have any problem.
I've got to zip out before I go to bed.
I don't think it'll be a problem, but thank you. I will do. Yep.
I've got to zip out before I go to bed. Send Charlie the audio file. So that's been an awesome time. I am in all probability back on Tuesday. We'll see what's what. But look, everyone, have a good time. It is Sleepy Bobo's time. I will eat the ceremonial cherry.
Cheers.
I can't stop saying it. Every time I eat one of these, it's like I fucking.
How did you recover on Saturday? I felt a bit seedy on Saturday morning.
I was okay.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of non-alcoholic drinks on Friday night.
Before you go. How did you like the Manchurian Candidate?
Oh, okay. We can have a longer conversation about the Manchurian Candidate, but I liked it. There are some funny, cheesy things I pull out. Super intense ending.
Yep. A few bits that are a bit like, really, like the kung fu. Yeah.
No, because you highlighted the kung fu. It was hilarious when that guy who is not Asian comes in and is playing.
No, but with the Asian eyes painted on.
You can see what happened. I think his heritage is actually South American, but he has a vaguely Asian cast to his eyes, and they just went, "Yeah, we're casting you as a Korean," and it was like, okay,
as a 6-foot Korean,
yeah. But it was funny when fucking Frank Sinatra comes in and just fucks him up. They had that big fight, and it's just like, that was fun. But yeah, no, okay, maybe save it for party night. We should have big Manchurian candidate talk on Friday night, because I did like it. There's some stuff I'd pick apart in it, but it actually made me want to watch the more modern version to see if they modernized it, because there's some stuff and I go, oh, that's so 60s the way they did that. And there was one bit I laughed out loud where it's to prove the mind control, make this guy strangle someone who he doesn't hate in it, and it put this scarf around the guy's neck and he's strangling him, and the guy's going, blah, blah, and it's like, you can see there is no tension whatsoever in around the guy's neck. And I literally laughed out loud. Mrs. Angry's like, what was funny in that scene? And it's just like, it was so obvious that was not pulled tight around the guy's neck.
It was John Frankenheimer film too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really well put together film, but it's bits of it is like, yeah, you had censorship. You weren't allowed to show graphic violence. And oh my God, Angela Lansbury as the mother from hell. She's
wasn't she brilliant? Yeah.
Man, Murder, She Wrote, like Mummy Bitch, she wrote. But there's one bit with her son saying to someone, she's going like, I hate my mother. I miss the days when I was young and I only disliked her.
And Janet Leigh, that was the film that she met Tony Curtis while she was working on that film.
Which film?
And Janet Leigh was working on Manchurian Candidate, and Tony Curtis came in to meet Frank Sinatra.
Oh, right, yeah, because I think
we've got Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah. Yep. No, really cool. Really cool.
Seriously, let's have an in-depth party night talk on that, because that was
absolutely, yeah.
All right, so everyone take care. See you another time. Bye for now.
You are totally